Good day, Hoosier Nation. I am men's basketball columnist Evan Hoopfer, joined alongside by my fellow compadre Alden Woods. Sam Bison is in Columbus, Ohio right now, recapping the Ohio State IU football game, so it's just us two. Tonight we saw an 85-72 victory for the IU men's basketball team tonight against the Lamar Cardinals, a team that is not very good, according to many statistics, including like wins and losses and stuff. I think they're ranked number 348
out of 351.
Out of 351 teams, yeah. So.
Not the worst team IU's played this year. They played Mississippi Valley State, who was 350 out of 351.
Yeah, not exactly helping that strength of schedule. But it was a 13-point victory for IU, but it was really kind of a constant 10-point game in the second half, and the Cardinals just wouldn't really go away.
No, in the second half, the lead was always between 9 points and 14 points for the entirety of the 20 minutes. With 5 minutes to go in the second half, in the first half, IU had a 17-point lead, and then they just kind of stepped off the gas and they let it slide down to 5 points. And then, in the second half, it was between 9 and 14 the whole time. Nothing really happened in the second half. It was a very slow-paced, kind of dull game. Even as a member of the media, you're looking for something to happen in the second half, and we really didn't see too much. In the first half, we saw James Blackman go crazy again, which is kind of just a thing that we're getting used to him doing. And I remember thinking, is he going to be able to pull the trigger as quickly as he did in the last game against SMU? And he did. His first 2 touches of the entire game, he pulled up immediately. He didn't take a dribble. He didn't even look to pass. His first 2 touches, he went up for a shot. And he made the first one, missed the second one. But, James Blackman has really become the guy, probably in the country, in terms of shooting from behind the arc.
Yeah, he's 5 of 7 for tonight, which is just, another ridiculous performance. 4 for 4 from the line. He's just the definition of a knockdown shooter, a sharp shooter. And he's just a freshman, 18 years old. I'm a senior. Jeez, what can I do?
Not bad.
I've seen. Yeah, we played basketball.
Yeah.
I had stretches, like 7 to 8 shot stretches, but nothing like Mr. Blackman. And then something away from the game of basketball. Devin Davis was here tonight, which is fantastic to see. His accident that occurred in the morning of November 1st, about 3 weeks ago. Yep. And Yogi said after the game that it was a big surprise for him to be here. They didn't expect him to be here this early. He just got released from the rehabilitation center 3 days ago.
Yes.
Was it? And then he's back at his home in Indianapolis. So it's just really cool to see, just away from basketball, just the human being of Devin Davis being able to be here, and he looked pretty good, and the team definitely had a little spark to it too.
I mean, he looked fine. Yet I think it was James Blackman who said that it gave them a boost when he walked into the locker room, and Tom Green didn't tell the players that Devin was going to be there. He just found out this afternoon, and he walked in, and the 3 players that we talked to Rob and Yogi and James, and they said that they all just dogpiled him, and because he's a brother to them. Yogi Ferrell grew up playing AAU basketball with him, playing against him. They've known each other forever, and he's a brother, he's a friend, he's a teammate, and he's back on the floor. Well, he's not back on the floor, but he's back with his team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No timetable for his return to the court, but obviously just want to get him right just as a person first. So kind of an uneventful game here against Lamar, kind of a letdown game, which you could expect, 2 days after a big, energy-charged game against SMU where Assembly Hall is rocking. The students are gone on break. I'm going to be gone on Monday. You'll be here on Monday, right?
Yes.
Reporting? Yep. You'll be doing the company good. And then another quick turnaround Monday against Eastern Washington, and a team that several teams on IU's schedule has played already, Eastern Washington. So
yeah, it's part of that Hoosier showcase.
Yep. So get some good scouting reports from that. And Green said after the game multiple times that Eastern Washington's a pretty viable foe, and they're pretty lethal from downtown.
Yeah, he said they shoot like Wisconsin or Michigan, which is a pretty good compliment for a non-conference team, especially a team like Eastern Washington that I honestly didn't know existed.
I think they're the Eagles. I think their color is green. So I think I know they existed. Don't worry, I got you Eastern Washington foes. But should be an interesting game Monday night, as always, in Assembly Hall. So without further ado, for Alden Woods, I'm Edmund Hooper saying have a fantastic night.